Introduce your deck.
This is my dragon deck. Been pulling it together for the past 3 months. Naturally, it comes with the 3 Red Eyes Darkness.
Cool.
Simply because of its special summoning ability itself, as well as bringing other things, graveyard in hand. On top of that, we've got Light Pulsar Dragon. 3 of them.
Yeah.
Again, there's a nice little loop with the Darkness Dragon and Light Pulsar, providing nothing gets removed from play, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And they also tribute nicely, which will be explained in another monster. Light and Darkness, 2 of them.
I hate you.
Because, they just negate everything.
Yeah.
Except counter traps, pretty much.
And you run a semi-token build as well.
Yeah. There's tokens help with so much of the light stuff, because I have, you've got the 3 Light Pulsars, 2 Light and Darkness, the 2 Galaxy Eyes.
Yeah.
And they're great against a lot of crap these days.
Yeah.
Spirit Reaper.
Yeah, Spirit Reaper. They're fucking rare Spirit Reaper. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
And Gachi.
Yeah.
And then we've got the
XYZ.
lowers.
Yeah.
So we've got Quirky Marrow.
So they're quite cool. Not a lot of people are playing them, but they take Insectors apart, don't they?
They do. They take quite a bit apart, providing they don't already have something on the field.
Yeah.
If they have something on the field and a Hornet, then it ruins it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it just essentially stops the special summoning of Light and Darks, which does affect me. But hopefully I can get Quirky Marrow out towards the end of my combo.
Yeah. Well,
and not have to
you
wait
can always just let it die in the end phase, can't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Plus, you don't have to fear Gauze, because Gauze ain't coming out over us out of it.
Oh, no. It's it's more of an end combo type thing. You don't want to get it. Either that or play it as your first card.
Yeah, and stall out with it.
Yeah. Next we got Vice Dragon.
Yeah.
As well as Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit. They both special summon, providing your opponent has a card and you don't. Essentially a Cyber Dragon for the dragons.
Yeah.
And Tefnuit's also got a bonus of when itself is tributed, you get to special summon a normal from your hand, deck, or graveyard.
Cool.
The deck defense becomes 0, but with the Exceeds and Synchros, you're not really looking for something to attack
just,
with.
Yeah, pull those levels out.
And Vice will probably come out for a second Tefnuit.
Cool.
Which hopefully I'll be getting soon.
That's interesting.
Strongwind.
Yeah.
Nice level 6. Great to go with the Exceeds I've got. When it's tributed, it takes half the attack of a dragon tribute.
Yeah.
It deals piercing. Great first or second move, because chances are they've set something, you want to just run over it and deal a massive amount of damage straight away.
So is this mainly just for XYZ and into 6s?
Mainly, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's more of a tech in than anything else.
It is.
But like I said, it's a great running over something, because if they've got something bigger than 3k, there's nothing really in this deck that can run over it except that with the tribute.
Cool.
Next
we
we've
got
got
that Razzie around quickly.
Eclipses.
Cool.
I
Only
only
the 2.
Only 2, because 3 I find thins the deck out too much with it being a mandatory effect.
Yeah.
Especially if people are going to play with them in the graveyard, take them out, I lose the targeting, have to choose something else when it goes back.
Yeah.
2's always work, really. You don't need more than 2.
Cool.
Next we have Divine Dragon Apocalypse.
Nice.
A
Yeah.
brilliant card for pulling back Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Summon it. Drop a dragon you want a special with Red Eyes Darkness Metal to pull him out the graveyard.
Yeah.
Remove Divine Dragon to get metal out in a special way you send.
Just really flexible.
It's a nice little loop. You don't really minus anything off of it.
No. Plus, you're struggling for dark targets, aren't you? So it's handy the dark.
Oh, it is, yeah. Like I said, it's just if you've lost Light and Darkness, which you can't special summon from the grave,
Yeah.
you pull it back and then you tribute over the next turn. Delta Flyer, Tuner. It's only one of 3 I've got in here. This one I like because it has the ability to boost up.
Yeah.
Mainly on the 6s, so I can go into Trident Dragon.
Nice, yeah.
I've got 2 Totems.
Cool.
Brilliant tribute fodder. And providing I have nothing but a dragon in the graveyard, great to come back out and hopefully use on the Light and Darkness again.
Yeah.
Potentially even Red Eyes Darkness Metal or even the Galaxy.
Yeah. But it really is shut down this format with the Light and Darkness, isn't it?
I would hope so, yes. Unfortunately, again, like I said, it stalls me. But providing I play correctly, I can get out of the stall myself.
Yeah.
Dread Dragon, level 2 tuner. This one's nice because it pulls out the other 3.
Yeah.
Just when it's destroyed by battle. And it's great for going into cards like Bionic with all the level 4s I have in here.
Cool.
Plague Spreader. I know it's not a dragon, but he works nicely for the Dark Dragon Synchros that I have.
Yeah.
Void Ogre and whatchamacallit, we'll get around to them later.
Plus, once he uses the fact he's out the graveyard, so he doesn't interfere with the Totem Dragons.
Yeah, he's great for sinking twice essentially in one turn. BLS, pretty much a staple in most
Obviously,
decks.
yeah.
Anything that runs a high level amount of lights and darks, you can't go wrong with Blackluster.
No, Blackluster is cool.
And then Lady of D. Fairly new card, great for keeping dragons on the field. Also getting dragons in the graveyard with prevention of her destruction.
Yeah.
She's great for going into the rank 4 Exceeds, and occasionally even just going into Brionic.
Yeah.
Now moving on to spells.
Cool.
So we have 2 Treadings.
Yeah.
I believe I have a total of 6 level 8s in my deck, maybe 5. You don't need more than 2 Treadings because you run the risk of pulling too many Treadings and not level 8 monsters.
Yeah.
You don't minus off it. You essentially get a light or dark dragon in the graveyard.
Yeah, it just speeds you up no end.
Oh yeah. 2 Photon Sanctuaries, the token card. You get 2 light tokens. You can only summon lights on the turn it's used, but if you're going for Light and Darkness or Galaxy,
Yeah.
even Light Pulsar and leaving your token on the field,
Yeah.
it just works really nicely.
Really speaking, with this deck, you never draw Light and Darkness and not be able to summon it. You always have a totem or that spell card, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool.
Or enough dragons on the field to tribute in place of
Yeah.
it. Future Fusion.
Obviously, yeah.
Just get your dragons in the graveyard and go off from there.
Yeah, win game.
Monster Reborn, stable. You can't go wrong with Monster Reborn.
No, steal, reuse, all the good things.
Oh yes. Forbidden Lands. I recently put that in the deck. It's working really nicely for me. It's helping getting over monsters I couldn't get over.
Yeah.
It's also helping preventing my monsters from being destroyed when I don't want them to be destroyed. Heavy Storm. Yet another stable. Can't go wrong with Heavy Storm. Pretty much just clear their field and then set all your crap. Instant Fusion. This one was my favourite Tekken. Spent forever trying to find the right fusion monster to go in the deck for it.
Yeah.
But the monster can be tributed, it can be synchroed, it can be exceeded. The only downside is it gets destroyed at the end of turn if you didn't get a chance to do any of them.
Yeah.
But again, that's another Dark or Light in the graveyard.
Exactly, yeah.
Dark Hole, stable.
Yeah.
Just destroy everything on the field, take it all over. Mind Control for stealing your opponent's monsters, synchro and exceeding.
Yeah. Get them off the field.
Or even if you just want to take certain types of monsters that can be used with specific ones that you have in your deck.
Yeah.
DDR, simply for any targets that I couldn't quite get from the remove from player with Eclipse.
Yeah, it's just good top deck as well, isn't it?
Yeah, also brilliant for pulling back cards that my opponents banished. And Question, one of my personal favourites. Very rarely see other people using it. In this deck, I'd like to think it's one of the best ones because it works brilliantly with Eclipse. You can't lose off Eclipse. Eclipse in the graveyard. If they get the name right, Eclipse special summons. If they get it wrong, Eclipse gets removed and I get the target of the Eclipse. Yeah.
That's really cool. Most time people aren't paying that much attention. It's just like having 2 Monster Reborn in your deck.
Yeah. 2 Call.
Yeah.
Pretty much staple again, just to get stuff back.
Yeah.
Because people are always getting rid of stuff and you just need that stuff to come back. 2 Solemn Warnings. Just great stall. Stops combos from starting.
Hits everything, yeah.
Yeah. Bottomless, again, hits most things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of monsters these days that are less than 1500, but hopefully they're to go into something that
Normally
is
they're going into
1500.
something bigger, yeah.
And now for the extra deck.
Cool.
We will start with the Synchros. So we've got Void Ogre,
Yeah.
and we have Infinity Doom. The 2 targets of the Plague Spreader tuner in my deck. They both require nothing in my hand, but chances are if I've gone into them, I've deliberately got rid of my hand. Now for a stable, Brionic.
They also turn having no hand, which is a bad thing, into a benefit.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time you just want to set everything just so you can use their effect.
Yeah.
In fact, if you got Brionic with on one of these, you can pretty much set yourself up to use it. Scrap Dragon, recently acquired, so I've not yet had a chance to play test it that much, but
It's good.
we'll see. Red Dragon Archfiend,
Yeah.
simply because there's too many monsters I find now that are protected in defense position, and they must die. Iron Chain Dragon.
Yeah.
It's a level 6,
Yeah.
so it's perfect for my Exceeds. It's 2/5, so it pretty much runs over a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It does, however, give the opponent the mill, but I'm usually not too concerned with that because by the time I've already got him on the field, he's either going to be Exceed fodder or it's going to be end game at this point.
Yeah.
I don't like pulling him out too early.
I don't suppose the mill's too harmful in nowadays. Not a lot of the top decks now want to mill. You've got heroes, they're all spell and traps, and Insectors don't really mill. it's not a good way for them to go.
No. Especially if you mill some of the parts
Yeah.
they don't like. And finally, Trident Dragon.
Yeah.
Just a brilliant end game card. Usually best when your opponent has no back row.
Yeah.
And take everything out. Now for Exceed. First of all, I have Utopia.
Yeah.
Because Utopia is such a brilliant card.
Yeah.
Nice defense, nice everything. And then for when he's run out of XC materials, C39. And that's another bonus of...
Mind control.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steal their opponent's Utopia and just stack on top of it, stops them from using it.
Yeah. Normally they're in a bad spot when they go Utopia. So.
Oh, yeah. And then hopefully I've got the mind control at the same time.
Hmm.
But I've always got mine for in case I run out of materials and just stack on top. I've got 2 Queen Dragon Djinns. I've never gone into both in one duel yet, but I've almost done it. But she is brilliant for protecting your monsters from being destroyed by battle.
Right.
And you can also detach material, which will special summon a level 5 from your graveyard.
Nice.
And it doesn't matter whether it's light or dark, which a lot of monsters have started doing these days. Then I've got the Heretic, King Atom. Detach one, special summon a dragon from the deck.
Darkness Metal,
Easily.
go crazy, yeah.
Or even, which I've discovered, Galaxy Eyes. Attack with Galaxy Eyes, remove, and then comes back full power. And then for when atoms run out of materials, I've got Gaia, which I just stack straight on top of, like C39. Deals piercing, doesn't need detachable powers, it's just a nice monster to run over stuff. And finally, the fusions.
Is there any more target roll anywhere, Danny?
The one target of instant
Beautiful.
fusion, Darkfire Dragon.
Yeah.
Darkfire Dragon, level 4, so it works with most of my XCs.
Yeah.
And you can't attack with it, you're not supposed to, so it's not really there for attacking, it's just there for materials.
Yeah.
And then finally, the target of Future Fusion. It's really the only one you want to go for to get maximise your graveyard options.
Cool. So is there anything you change about your deck, or are you happy with it as it stands?
I would probably change out the Vice Dragon for the second Nephria thingamabob. But apart from that, I'm fairly decently happy with it.
Cool.
The side deck, Vandagion.
Yeah.
I recently took him out because my counter traps weren't coming out when he was, and he's a great card and all, but he just wasn't running well for me. But I do keep him sided just in case I need to take out some dragons that become a nuisance against various opponents.
Yeah.
Whitehorn Dragon. It gets its effect whether it's normal or special summoned.
Yeah.
Steals your opponent's spell cards, so they can't use like excavation cards.
The new Furious, they remove them to negate stuff.
Oh,
Gets rid of fodder for that as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's level 6 for level 6 target.
It is brilliant. I just swap out Strong Wind for him.
Yeah.
They're both darks. Sorry, he's dark and he's wind.
Yeah.
But, it's just a nice trade out. Then we've got 2 Dragonity Armor Leviathan.
For the loop?
Yes, the Light and Darkness Dragonity loop, which I used way too often and got bored of it.
I love that loop though.
It works,
Yeah.
but sometimes it can mess you up.
Yeah. For those that don't know, when this is summoned, you can put Light and Darkness on it.
Yeah.
The way it resolves is Light and Darkness goes, blows the field. This is already in the graveyard, so this gets special summoned, and you equip Light and Darkness again.
Yeah. And then we've got 2 Foster Diners.
Yeah.
Which will be replacements to Quackimero Drago.
Yeah.
Simply, again, for the special summoning limits.
Yeah.
So it can't really... Well, just stalls my opponent, really.
Yeah, it's just good sides.
A second Strong Wind Dragon, just in case I need to take out a light pulsar, being too light heavy. Very rarely happens.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had to go into both. But
We'll have to go for the side deck a bit faster, we're running out of time.
cool. 2 Chaos Hunters, brilliant, stopping your opponent from moving cards.
You got the second one, cool.
Yeah, I got that yesterday.
Nice.
Pot Duality,
Yeah.
nice draw card, pull stuff out quickly. Dark Hole Dealings,
Yeah.
nice draw, I get a discard of a certain dragon. Foolish Burial, get targets in the graveyard. And finally, for all those new dark decks that I hate so very much, Shadowing Prismatic Mirror.
Nice.